everybody. It was a really nice introduction, thanks for it. I'm one of co-founders of ICOBox, and I'm happy to welcome you all here. And I would like to talk a bit not about sales pitches, not about boring theory, but a bit of real life. A real case study of the project which was finished like recently. So first of all, why you should listen to me. ICOBox is a company which does ICO services for companies all around the world. I believe right now we're the biggest ICO services provider in the world. If you can find anybody bigger than ourselves, please talk to me. I would love to hear more. We have over 40 clients so far. Actually, numbers about the team members are quite old. We have over 100 so far. When we talk about the ICOs, we, of course, can compare each one of the ICOs to just any one of them, because they're all different. There is a lot of different details, and first of all is a range of hard cap and a category of the project. Everybody knows, of course, that the most interesting, the most popular category right now is infrastructure. But we don't want to do it very easy. We want to talk about projects which are not so easy to sell. Let's talk about something more difficult, which is this time is going to be advertising technologies. So we chose for this case study a small project in the range less than $20 million to see how it is not so easy to sell a project which is not an infrastructure blockchain which want to bring home something like $100 million. So please meet Social Media Market. It's a project which was recently finished. It's advertising technology project. Actually, it connects influencers and advertisers together through a marketplace. And this category is not that popular right now. We collected almost 14K Ethereum, and they had their ICO sale in February and March this year. If you watch the market, then you know that the market right now is not that good. It's really not so easy for small projects to collect any money. And this amount of money for such a category is kind of really success. So why we actually chose this project? First of all, it was the team. Team was really strong, motivated, and very experienced in their field in social media market. We chose the theme, the topic of our ICO, what we were experienced in, not some just interesting theme which is very popular and easy to collect money. We wanted to do the project which we are good in. We wanted to do social media project. But we didn't have only strengths. We had a lot of different weaknesses. First of all, as I said, it's not a very popular category. And next, we did not have very ready project. We didn't understand exactly how we are going to implement blockchain into our project. We didn't understand exactly how we are going to work with blockchain after the ICO. We didn't have very strong legal preparation so far, where marketing was quite patchy, where PR was not really that good. We didn't have understanding how we're going to do the token sale actually technically. And what is even more important, we had a team very experienced in social media, but it was a local team of working from Ukraine. We didn't have any international experience to go really global. And we didn't have team members who can cover this field of expertise. We didn't have advisors who can help with it. So, first of all, when we started to work with them, we helped them, of course, with legal. We won't talk about details, how you want to do all the documents right and so on, but let's talk about very general things. If you're a small project which really needs to collect a lot of money and which is not in a very popular category, you have a temptation to go really worldwide, to collect all the money which you can, especially, of course, from the biggest markets. And the biggest markets still is the US. But if you watch the news, then you know probably that SEC is not very favorable right now to the projects who want to do utility tokens. So actually, we would not advise on doing so. And it's kind of decision for a small project to not touch this audience. That was the first step which we had to do in this case. If you want to sell not to everybody and to really choose who is going to be the participant of your ICO, you would need to have an opportunity to do it technically. So we had to provide with my book building platform a software which will allow to do KYC KYC process, AML, so we would be able to choose who is actually buying their tokens. From another point of view, if you're going worldwide, you have to consider what kind of payments are favorable for people at those countries where you go to. And as we can see, in some countries, it's sometimes money-wise more convenient to buy just fiat, not with cryptocurrency. Sometimes it's just more expensive to buy fiat, to buy crypto first, and then to buy tokens. So you would want to have different ways of payment for your tokens. In case with social media market, we chose 9 different cryptos and fiat, of course. Another thing which you have to remember about, if you go worldwide, of course you want to have all kinds of channels which you can have. So all the bonus systems, like all the promo token system, all the referral programs which you can reach will be very, very handy here. And of course, the most important when you go worldwide is marketing. You really need to go worldwide. First of all, you would need to do a very strong, clear message, of course, and then you will need to channel it worldwide to at least 10 languages. In this case, we did 11 languages. Lots of publications in blockchain media, of course, where your audience is. A lot of YouTube blogger reviews who would tell people in their languages in different countries what your project is about. Of course, ICO ratings, ICO listing services, which are very important right now. So far, actually, we have the best conversion for ICO sales. And with recent bans of Google for traffic, ICO listing and the rating services bring more and more value to ICO sales. Another thing, of course, as I said, we needed a lot of international expertise out of understanding how to go global. We need somebody who would provide this advice for them. And we could do it with engaging of advisors. We engage actually more than half of the advisory board of people who could bring this expertise, bring in the understanding how to work with different markets, how to bring their project internationally, not just a local. Another thing, of course, is engagement of local communities. If you want to go worldwide, you will need to work with opinion leaders, with people who can tell worldwide to their communities what is your project about, why it is important, and to bring values of your project to the audience. And all of it, of course, should be supported by traffic campaign. So far, as a result of this campaign, we could see that actually referrals and especially the community leaders were the most important way to bring more audience to the project. Only after this kind of channel were like emails, Google organic, advertising, creating, and YouTube. But really, I believe more than 70% of the sale was done through the help of community leaders, of influencers, which is quite interesting considering that the project itself is about influencers. I believe it even more can prove that their project is quite potential. As a result of this, I can say that the most interesting countries which participated in the ICO, like top 5, were countries of Asia. Those were, first of all, Japan, Chinese-speaking countries, Vietnam, Singapore, South Korea. Only the 6th place was Russia, which is quite a big market and is very close to the Ukraine, so it was quite understandable. We were waiting it to be much higher in the ranking. After them were UK, Saudi Arabia, Germany, and France. As you can see, the Ukraine, the native country of the project, didn't even make the top 10. So why actually I was talking this all about? Some of you can think that I was trying to say, like, bring any kind of project, you will collect money through the ICO, and everybody will be happy. Actually, no, that is not what I was going to say. I was going to say that ICO is a tool which you can choose how to use. I have seen a lot of projects right now who don't actually choose what project we want to bring to life. We choose what project is popular right now, what theme and category is popular, what can bring them more money, and they think about ICO like about ICO for itself, ICO for ICO, not ICO for bringing some new idea, some new concept to life. But as I said, ICO is a tool, and you yourself choose how to use it. So I really believe that we still can remember that aside of all this money, popularity, and so on, ICO can still bring new projects to life. And this small project with not very strong category, with a lot of weaknesses from the beginning, could bring to life this idea due to some consulting and due to the belief of the team. Thank you so much.